Hello and welcome back to Mystic English. Today I want to remind you of something gentle. Not every hero enters with a sword, and not every savior wears a cape. Sometimes, the strongest force in your life is a quiet presence. Someone who doesn't try to fix you but simply stays beside you while you slowly mend. This isn't just a story. It's a mirror of the unseen battles we carry and the unseen love that holds us when we fall apart. So I gently request you, please don't skip this one. Stay with me till the end, because leaving early will only rob you of the comfort this message was meant to give. And if you're someone who loves learning English through stories that not only teach, but touch your soul, then please subscribe to Mystic English. Your support helps us keep making videos like this. Let this be the start of something meaningful between us. Not every hero wears a cape. Not every guiding light comes from a star that blazes brightly in the night sky. Instead, some of the most powerful forces in your life don't announce themselves with a dramatic fanfare or a grand entrance. They don't arrive with a sound, but with a feeling, a deep feeling of quiet certainty, an unconditional belonging that tells you that you are finally truly home. Sometimes, that power is just a person who sits quietly beside you in the stillness and in the chaos. A person who listens to the sounds your heart makes when it's breaking, even when you can't hear them yourself. They notice the small, subtle shifts in your soul, the way a sailor watches the changing tides, and they know when something is wrong. This isn't a story about just having fun or about shared laughter on sunny days. It's a story about the softest form of love you will ever know. A love that isn't demanding but is instead a quiet, steady rhythm. This is a story about the true and beautiful power of friendship. Think for a moment about the world around you. It moves so fast, doesn't it? The world is loud, with voices, with endless notifications, and with the constant demands to be better, to be faster, to be more. In this rush, it is entirely possible to find yourself in a room full of people, surrounded by faces you know, and yet feel completely alone. You can laugh at a joke, type a happy message, and still feel an empty space inside your chest. Have you ever felt that? That feeling of being lonely, even when you're not by yourself? That ache of isolation that no amount of noise can fill? It's a very modern and profound kind of pain, the kind you feel when you are surrounded but entirely unseen. We all carry silent battles, heavy things that no one can see, the weight of expectations, the burden of things unsaid, and the quiet fear that we aren't good enough. We carry them because we think we have to, believing that to ask for help would make us a burden. We believe that we must always stand strong on our own, even when our knees are shaking. You might be fighting every day just to keep your head above the water, and the world just sees you standing on the shore, watching the waves. They don't see the immense effort it takes just to stay afloat. They don't see the silent tears you cry when no one is looking. It's in these moments that the weight becomes too much to hold alone. You don't always need a solution or advice. You don't need someone to tell you how to swim. Sometimes all you need is for someone to say, "I'm here," just two simple words. And suddenly the burden feels a little lighter, not because the problem is gone, but because you are no longer carrying it alone. Someone has offered to stand in the space with you. Someone has shared the weight. A true friend is someone who stands in the gap with you. They don't try to fix you, but they see your brokenness and aren't afraid to be with you in it. They don't demand that you be strong. Instead, they give you the space and the permission to be weak. They are not impressed by your strength. They are moved by your vulnerability. Think about those moments that heal you. The quiet and profound moments that you replay in your mind, not for the words that were spoken, but for the feeling that was shared. Think about the friend who stayed, not just for the good times, not just when everything was easy and bright, but the one who stayed when your world went dark. The one who sat with you in the quiet, in the disappointment, in the grief. They didn't offer empty words or tell you to cheer up. They just brought a blanket, a cup of tea, and their unwavering, steady presence. That is the true medicine of friendship, a presence that says, even at your worst, even in this dark place, you are still worth showing up for. Remember the friend who noticed you were breaking when no one else did? The one who saw the subtle change in your eyes, the way your smile didn't quite reach them anymore. Maybe you were in a crowded room, and they pulled you aside and just asked, "Are you okay? Really?" That's a friend with a different kind of vision. They see past the mask you wear for the world. They have the wisdom to see your soul's truth, even when you are trying to hide it. They are the ones who can read the story behind your silence. They see the tiny cracks in your armor, and instead of pointing them out, they offer their hand to hold. And what about the friend who makes you laugh when you have forgotten how to smile? The one who knows that one silly story that will always make you laugh no matter how sad you are. The one who can make you snort with laughter and forget your troubles, even for just a moment. Laughter from a true friend is a healing force. It's a moment of pure release, a pause in your chaos, and the breath you take between breakdowns. It reminds you that joy still exists, even when you can't feel it yourself. It's a beautiful, gentle reminder of the light that is still inside you, waiting to be found. A true friend is the home for your secret thoughts, the safe place for your fears. You can show them the broken pieces of your heart, and they will not try to rearrange them. They will simply hold the space for you to put yourself back together. They are the quiet witness to your process, the silent guardian of your healing. Friendship is not about perfection. It's not about having it all together or presenting a perfect version of yourself to the world. It's about being seen in your mess and being loved anyway. It's about having a person who knows your flaws and loves them as much as your strengths, who sees the whole of you and says, "I'm glad you are you." Perhaps you look at your life and you don't have a big group of friends, a constant crowd of people around you. Maybe you feel like you only have one or two. Let me tell you something important. Friendship is not about the number of people who know your name. It's about the few who know your heart. If you have even one person who truly sees you, who accepts you for who you are without trying to change you, who is there in the stillness and the storm, that is enough. That is more than enough. That is a gift to be held and cherished. And it is a gift that you must also be for someone else. So be the friend who listens. Be the friend who stays. Be the friend who notices the quiet pain. Because friendship is a two-way street, a gentle exchange of souls. It's a promise to hold each other up when the world tries to pull you down. It is a shared journey, a silent pact of loyalty and love. So what is friendship really? In a world full of noise, friendship is the silence that understands. It's the simple and profound knowledge that you are not alone in this world. They may not have fixed you. They may not have solved your problems. But they sat beside you while you put yourself back together. They were the witnesses to your strength, your courage, and your vulnerability. And that is true power. The power of a friend to remind you that even on your darkest days, you are still loved, you are still seen, and you are not alone. If you've made it this far, then maybe you've remembered a friend, someone who saw you when no one else did. Or maybe you've realized you've been that friend for someone. Friendship isn't loud. It doesn't demand attention. It just stays. And in a world that moves too fast, that stillness is a rare and sacred gift. If this story healed even a small part of you, then I hope you carry that healing forward to be the listener, the witness, the safe place for someone else, someday, Thank you for watching and walking with me through this journey. If you found value in this video, subscribe to Mystic English, where every word is a lesson and every lesson touches the soul. Until next time, stay kind, stay soft, and stay seen.